I remember stumbling upon this Linkin Park song, The Emptiness Machine. It had been a long time since they last made music, so I had to hear it, and it was great. Classic Linkin Park signature, right? And I started thinking about the meaning within the song. Naturally, you look through the comments. So many different people had different takes on what that could mean. Social media being a big candidate for the emptiness machine, a huge black hole draining us. Every single thing we put in it falling down this wide drain that if you did try to look into, all you'd see is a void. Advertising campaigns, revenue, visibility, reach, engagement. Eventually, all this in service of advancing shareholder wealth, controlling agendas and narratives, determining what the world that's best fit for the few among the many. These unfortunately become a natural endpoint within discourse online and even outside of it, but that's really not the entire picture. I had to think further and realized, aren't a lot more things emptiness machines? It's in the nature of our systems to be empty, devoid of any passion. That's how we keep these systems to a consistent identity. By refusing volatility, they're able to do the thing they need to do when they're needed. We want things predictable. It's not just social media, it's in everything. If our laptops were as alive as other humans, if our cups, our fridges, our speakers, our cars, if all that we use were as alive as other humans, would we be better off or afraid? Perhaps even violent? I know a lot of us would have subjugated and oppressed. Slaves existed for a very long portion of humanity, and it's just now our slaves are not as aware about it. We're often lost with ourselves whenever we criticize it. And it is often argued that it's necessary, but therein lies an opportunity and a reality as well. Systems we create now don't have a soul. Even if we made them with soul, like many do with music, they don't reflect upon what they do. They're not aware of what they do. They just do. I mean, these systems execute. They're so powerful and keep the pulse of almost all human activity going. Almost everywhere within almost everything. We can't live without them. But they just don't live. Our systems don't have to care about us. They can't care. They're not able to look you in the eye, feel your presence, react with that distinct emotion, ensuring that they're present, reflecting on why you could be reacting that way, and respond with that warm hand on your shoulder, a hug, or just the right words. To empathize. It's miserable. The system has entirely what their creators chose to put into it. Every layer carefully built to filter away the weaknesses of humans and intrinsic humanity that the humans working with them have, and ensuring only parts of the creator that were relevant to the goal of the system are maintained, highly filtered, refined. They become so complicated, requiring so much effort by so many people so that it doesn't have to deal with the inherent complexity and volatility within the world. Those deeper problems take a longer time, and we need things to perform during that time. The food systems, water systems, trade are some examples. They're deep and have many complex phenomena associated with them. But if we withhold them to deal with those deeper phenomena when solving the problem, we won't be able to get food, water out there, and people won't be able to get the things they need when they need them. The world is complicated. Many small parts of even a small thing interact with each other in such ways that they produce an effect that wouldn't be possible without these perplexing interactions. These are called gestalts, and they're behind the complexity of our world. But all modern systems, even today, don't really operate in such a way. Any complex or this gestalt phenomena cannot be perceived by the system that is unaware of anything but the careful input by the humans working with them. They avoid them. Regardless, systems became so powerful, immense, and cost intensive. And we persist in a culture that is entirely dedicated to this, needing clear instructions, partitioning, categorization, arrangement, refinement, polish. All things that require conscious, concerted effort in going against various parts of human nature. Not that there isn't an element of human nature in it. At the level we're doing it at, we just have to dissociate our identity with the system's identity, becoming lost and revering ourselves as the system. And we are a system. It's just what a system can be isn't limited to what we're capable of building as a system now. You've probably seen it yourself in your feed, visible everywhere online. The lonely generation, people passing away alone with other people only finding out weeks later when they're coming for your electricity bill, or perhaps an unfortunate, uncomfortable scent. But really, it's how we chose our system. It is a cycle of tension between being human and being effective that leads to changes and growth. But when things are changing at an incredibly exponential rate, trying to find that human voice becomes harder and harder. So we internalize and collapse within ourselves, adopting more and more the identity of the systems we make, suffering internally with the various forms of increasingly common mental illness, a battle against our own selves. These are emptiness machines, machina of our making, automata based on the coldest calculating, calm, careful deliberation. And undeniably, these systems are killing us, often looking at us as machines instead of humans first. When you go to work, HR looks at what you can do and how to get you to do it, just like a machine. Universities look at what they think you need and feed you the information, testing you so that you end up with a degree that tells employers your specification, like the new phone you might end up getting. Society becomes more concerned about their own families, their race, congregating in religions, believing without awareness that their one eye is closed, and well, they think the other groups would do so much better if they followed what the quote unquote we did, right? After all, we can't control what others do anyway. All these systems devoid of that humanity, of that love you see a mother pour on a child, the love that you see when someone has their hands on your cheek, looking at you, being present, even if silent for another. None of that goes. It's merely not effective. It takes time, effort, discomfort. So many people, be it rich influencers, people older, don't they always talk about it? Do the hard things, seek discomfort, grind, be efficient. But they operate under a specific kind of comfort anyway. A comfort that this is the way, and that there is no other way, or that maybe there is something wrong with this way, but hey, at least it's a step forward. There's no way that actually going through with it prevents us from actually moving forward, right? Sure, that's certainly completely impossible. Take a look around us. All these AI talks, optimization, billions to trillions in getting it done better in much more effective ways. Yet the human intelligence that it's based off of doesn't get that kind of dedication. Isn't it funny that we're going full circle? Our soulless systems needing an artificial imitation that needs to get as close as possible to the real human intelligence to become the best possible system it can be, and yet we deny ourselves our humanity. We'll persist in it, but this time the AIs will force our hands and, well, we'll confront it. All the work we should have done for our preservation of humanity, we'll have to confront it. So, viewer, maybe it's not going to be that bad after all.